Baker Industries is a very unique nonprofit workforce development program. We employ a mix of high-functioning handicap, and that includes people that suffer from epilepsy, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, head trauma, MS, and Down syndrome.
My son has a no-fault brain disorder that's made it difficult for him to work in, a regular environment. I think what's really special about Baker is that it does give people a structure for their day. They're able to do some real work that's reimbursed. And one of the things that the work has enabled my son to do is to be less dependent on government support and more able to support himself in his own apartment in the community.
We also employ ex-offenders, recovering substance abusers, and homeless folks. We blend them all together in what is essentially a custom-tailored workforce training program.
It started out when I first was released from prison in 1995, June of 1995. I came to Baker Industries and they gave me a job where other people was a little reluctant to hire ex-offenders.
I did work many years in many places, but not that I disappointed them, but they expected more from me because it was a disability that wasn't. And I would also be ashamed of myself if I would ask a question because I wouldn't think it was a smart question, or I would think they would lose their patience with me. But that's not the case here.
The mission basically is rehabilitation through real work. We're not a babysitting organization. We teach work skills. We make them come into work on time. They have a time clock. It's treated like a real business.
What it's like to come to work dressed appropriately, sit down, take instruction for 8 hours, go home and come back the next day.
I love it here. It's so comfortable. It's, you get to know everybody so fast, and it's almost like a family.
And it's nice to have people sit there and care about people who can't go out there and get jobs due to their past. They give people a chance to change, which is nice.
Now, the ones coming out of prison, of course, have a tough time because they have a record. They are capable of working, and we've had some wonderful success stories.
Our objective is to build their self-esteem and self-confidence to the point where they're ready and they feel ready to move into the real workforce.
I learned a lot about warehousing, shipping, receiving. I learned how to operate a forklift here. I actually became forklift certified.
But I think probably the most gratifying aspect for all of us is when one of our alumni come back and just glow at what they're doing and how they've put their lives back together.
Well, I've been working with Dell Chevrolet now for almost 2 years. I was interviewing and he told me, he said, what I'm looking for is somebody that's open-minded, that's willing to learn, and somebody that I can train and mold. And I said, well, I'm your guy.
It's also very gratifying when we take one of our people and move them up from just a regular worker to a supervisor. People that have never supervised anybody in their lives, and just see the pride that they have when they accomplish something that they never thought they could accomplish.
Started as a line worker, worked up to supervisor, then I worked up to shipping and receiving manager, and climbed up to customer service coordinator for now.
I'm here because I really believe in what these people do, and because I can make a difference. If I can help this company be successful and they in turn can help handicapped people, that's very rewarding. How many jobs do you have that can be rewarding?
But probably the most unique aspect of Baker is the fact that we do not accept any government funds. 70% of the funds that we need each year we get from the work that we do from some 100 customers throughout the United States of America, and the rest we raise privately from wonderful private foundations, corporations, churches, and generous individuals. The Bakers made that decision back in 1980 when they started Baker because they felt that most government funds come with tremendous strings attached, particularly relating to how long someone could be in our program.
I've met so many wonderful people, people from all walks of life, people who've been in prison, who've turned their lives around, people who have been disabled, and because of us, they've been able to gain some self-esteem and have a purpose in life. And that's what really is the beautiful story of Baker Industries.